There's a huge difference in energy internationally in 50 Cent and Jay-Z.
There's no vindication for me because for 4 years I've been screaming not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
The drama between 50 Cent and Jay-Z has reached a fever pitch, and the sparks are flying like never before. Imagine this: two of hip-hop's most iconic figures, once hailed as kings of the genre, now locked in a feud so public and so incendiary that fans everywhere are holding their breath, wondering what could possibly come next. And at the center of it all, a shocking lawsuit that sent shockwaves through the entertainment world. But here's the kicker. While most would keep their heads down and let the legal storm blow over, 50 Cent has done the exact opposite. He's turned up the heat, taking direct aim at Jay-Z with his signature brand of sharp wit and brutal honesty. So what's really going on here? Let's break it all down.
So it's a huge difference in who we are with each other internationally. Let them be fooled in America and think there's a competition there, because America can be purchased.
It all started when Jay-Z, real name Sean Carter, found himself named in an amended legal filing that accused him of some seriously troubling behavior at a high-profile industry event back in 2000. The claim that he and another major figure in the music world, Diddy Combs, were involved in an incident that has left fans and critics alike questioning everything they thought they knew about these two powerhouses. The allegations are heavy, and while both men have denied any wrongdoing, the public fallout has been impossible to ignore. Jay-Z, in particular, has been vocal in his defense, calling the accusations stupid and a blatant attempt at extortion. But the court of public opinion doesn't wait for evidence. It thrives on speculation, and 50 Cent knows this better than anyone.
And this is why I love 50 Cent. If you guys don't follow 50 Cent on IG, what are you doing? It's time. He is so funny. I don't know if you guys just saw his latest post.
As the allegations gained traction, Jay-Z attended the premiere of a highly anticipated animated film with his wife Beyonce and their daughter Blue Ivy. What should have been a family moment turned into a media circus, with critics questioning the optics of his appearance amid the swirling controversy. Enter 50 Cent. Never one to shy away from controversy, he pounced on the opportunity to take a jab at his longtime rival. In a now-deleted social media post, 50 Cent wrote, "Jay said they said I did something crazy. Everybody get dressed, we're going to watch a movie." The post, dripping with sarcasm, was classic 50, a calculated move designed to stoke the flames and keep everyone talking.
Go back to that 50 Cent post, and I'm gonna tell you why 50 is literally a diabolical genius.
But this wasn't just a one-off dig. 50 Cent has a history of using humor and satire to highlight the flaws of his rivals, and this time was no different. By pointing out the seemingly tone-deaf nature of Jay-Z's red carpet appearance, 50 managed to make a serious situation both absurd and memorable. Fans immediately picked up on the shade, with some laughing along and others criticizing him for making light of such a serious topic. Regardless of where you stand, one thing is clear: 50 Cent knows how to dominate the conversation. The timing of 50's comments couldn't have been more deliberate. Just days before, he had already stirred the pot by questioning whether the allegations against Jay-Z might derail one of the biggest events in American entertainment, the halftime show of a major sports championship. Jay-Z's company, Roc Nation, has been a key player in producing the event since 2020, and 50 Cent's sly remark, "Are we still having the big game? Just asking for a friend," was a not-so-subtle reminder that even titans can fall. And who is the friend he claims to have been asking for? None other than Kendrick Lamar, rumored to headline the next show. The implication was clear. If these allegations stick, they could have far-reaching consequences for everyone involved. What makes this feud even more fascinating is the long and complicated history between these two artists. While their paths have crossed many times over the years, they've never been what you'd call friends. In fact, their relationship has always been more business than personal. Sure, they've shared stages and collaborated on projects, but 50 Cent has always made it clear that he doesn't see Jay-Z as someone he'd call up to chat or hang out with. "We don't have those kinds of relationships," he said in an interview years ago. "We're in the same business. We're not necessarily friends." It's this professional distance that has allowed 50 Cent to be so unrelentingly critical of Jay-Z. Unlike some rivalries that stem from personal betrayal or deep-seated grudges, this one seems rooted in a fundamental difference in how the two view the world and their place in it. Jay-Z has always positioned himself as the elder statesman of hip-hop, a polished and calculated figure who moves in boardrooms as easily as he does on stage. 50 Cent, on the other hand, thrives on chaos. He's the disruptor, the provocateur, the guy who's just as comfortable trolling his enemies online as he is closing multi-million-dollar deals. It's a clash of styles, and in the world of entertainment, style is everything.
The Gina shoe outsold the Sean Carter shoe 6-1. I made over $80 million during the RBK time period.
The irony, of course, is that both men have risen to incredible heights, by doing what they do best. Jay-Z is a billionaire with a portfolio that spans music, fashion, and tech. 50 Cent, while not as wealthy, has built an empire of his own, branching out into television, film, and even health and wellness. Yet despite their success, or perhaps because of it, neither can seem to leave the other alone. And with the latest allegations against Jay-Z providing fresh ammunition, 50 Cent appears more determined than ever to keep the feud alive. What makes this situation even juicier is the way 50 Cent has positioned himself as a sort of truth teller in the industry. Whether it's calling out Diddy for his alleged behavior or casting doubt on Jay-Z's business dealings, 50 has built a reputation as someone who's not afraid to speak his mind. It's a risky strategy, but one that seems to be paying off. Fans love the drama, and even those who criticize him for being too harsh can't help but tune in to see what he'll say next. In an age where attention is currency, 50 Cent is proving once again that he's a master at getting people to pay up.
If that's part of the indictment, that's somewhat like a blackmail. He was blackmailing people to be in the freak-offs. So that's federal. That could be that's a federal charge. He can't blackmail people to say, yo, listen here, you did it once and you're gonna do it again. That ain't gonna make it with the government or nobody.
As for Jay-Z, his response to the allegations and 50 Cent's comments has been characteristically measured. In a public statement, he denied the claims outright, describing them as a blackmail attempt orchestrated by a lawyer looking to make a quick buck. He also took aim at the media for perpetuating what he sees as a baseless narrative, urging his fans to focus on the facts rather than the headlines. Only your network of conspiracy theorists will believe these claims, he wrote. It's a strong defense, but one that's unlikely to silence his critics, especially not 50 Cent. And this is where things get really interesting. While Jay-Z is busy fighting legal battles and trying to protect his reputation, 50 Cent is out here adding fuel to the fire. Whether it's through social media posts, interviews, or even potential new projects, he's making it clear that he's not going to let this tale fade away anytime soon. And why would he? For 50, this isn't just about taking down a rival. It's about staying relevant in a game that thrives on controversy.
And we do have some breaking news that we want to bring to you. It was being reported by TMZ and now Fox News. We are learning that Jay-Z is accused of being a 13-year-old girl. That is new in the Diddy lawsuit.
But let's not forget the broader implications of all this. The allegations against Jay-Z and Diddy are part of a larger conversation about accountability and power in the entertainment industry. As more and more stories come to light, fans are being forced to reckon with the darker side of an industry that has long been shrouded in mystery and intrigue. And while 50 Cent's antics may seem like just another chapter in a long-running feud, they're also a reminder that even the biggest names aren't immune to scrutiny. So where does this leave us? On one hand, you have Jay-Z, a man who has spent decades building an image of success and respectability, now fighting to clear his name. On the other, you have 50 Cent, a self-proclaimed disruptor who's using the chaos to his advantage. It's a battle of wills, a clash of egos, and a spectacle that has everyone watching. And with new developments unfolding almost daily, one thing is certain. This story is far from over.
And I understand that it may be more attention than you usually get, but it'll be the kind of attention that when it goes away, you go away completely. Like there's nothing else left for your ass.
As we transition into the next part of this saga, the question remains, is 50 Cent simply capitalizing on the moment, or is there more to his actions than meets the eye? Could his relentless focus on Jay-Z and Diddy be part of a larger plan, one that goes beyond personal grudges and petty feuds? Whatever the answer, one thing is clear. When it comes to 50 Cent, nothing is ever as simple as it seems. Stay tuned because this story is just getting started. The feud between 50 Cent and Jay-Z has always been a fascinating spectacle. But to truly understand the layers of tension, you have to take a step back and examine the personality of 50 Cent himself. Curtis Jackson isn't just a rapper. He's an empire builder, a provocateur, and a master manipulator of narratives. Whether it's through his music, his business ventures, or his relentless social media presence, 50 Cent has crafted a reputation as someone who thrives on chaos. And when it comes to chaos, no one has been a bigger target for his antics than scene Diddy coms.
There's different things that's not really beef though. That's just competitive.
Competitiveness.
All right, so you and Diddy, you and Puff cool?
No, I don't really rock with him.
Okay.
For years, 50 Cent and Diddy have been at odds, and their feud has only grown more intense with time. On the surface, it might seem like just another rivalry between two larger-than-life personalities, but when you dig deeper, it becomes clear that this isn't just about personal differences. It's about power, influence, and a fundamental clash of values. Diddy, known for his lavish lifestyle and extravagant parties, represents the old guard of hip-hop. He's the flashy mogul who built his brand on excess and spectacle. 50 Cent, on the other hand, has always positioned himself as a disruptor. He's the guy who calls out the industry's hypocrisy and isn't afraid to expose its darkest secrets. And with the latest allegations against Diddy, 50 Cent seems to be leaning into that role more than ever. The tension between these two started long before the current controversies. Back in 2006, 50 Cent dropped a track called The Bomb, where he accused Diddy of knowing more than he let on about the passing of the notorious B.I.G. It was a bold claim, one that immediately drew attention and reignited questions about one of hip-hop's greatest tragedies. Diddy, of course, denied any involvement, but the seed of doubt had already been planted. From that moment on, the relationship between the two was never the same.
And telling people who the sponsors are, so if they want to harass Cadillac and AT&T, that'll happen.
Fast forward to 2014, and the feud took a strange turn when 50 Cent began targeting Diddy's business ventures. At the time, both were representing competing beverage brands, Diddy with his fruit-based brand, and 50 Cent with his fruit-based product. But rather than focusing solely on the merits of his own brand, 50 Cent went on the offensive, mocking Diddy's product as being inferior. He even went so far as to claim that drinking Diddy's brand would leave people with headaches due to its alleged high sugar content. It was classic 50 Cent, turning a simple business rivalry into a full-blown public spectacle. Yet, for all his criticism, 50 Cent's real issue with Diddy seemed to go beyond business. Over the years, he's repeatedly hinted at his discomfort with Diddy's lifestyle, often using humor to mask his true feelings. In one particularly memorable moment, 50 Cent recounted a story about Diddy offering to take him shopping. To most people, this might sound like a generous gesture, but 50 Cent saw it differently. "I looked at him like, what did you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something," he said during an interview. The implication was clear. 50 Cent found Diddy's behavior strange, and he wasn't shy about saying so.
Although interestingly, we haven't seen the indictments yet. There's been some time lag. I suppose it will take some time to go through all the forensic.
But it's not just Diddy's personality that 50 Cent has taken issue with. In recent years, he's turned his attention to the legal troubles surrounding the music mogul. From allegations of inappropriate behavior to questions about his business practices, Diddy has faced his fair share of controversies. And 50 Cent has been there every step of the way, amplifying the headlines and adding his own commentary. When news broke earlier this year that federal agents had raided 2 of Diddy's properties, 50 Cent wasted no time in chiming in. In a social media post, he shared a screenshot of a news article about the raids, writing, "Now it's not Diddy do it, it's Diddy done." It was a brutal jab, but one that perfectly encapsulated 50 Cent's approach to feuds, quick cutting, and impossible to ignore. What's perhaps most interesting about 50 Cent's attacks on Diddy is how they've evolved over time. Initially, his jabs seemed more personal, focusing on Diddy's lifestyle and personality. But as more allegations have surfaced, 50 Cent has shifted his tone, positioning himself as a sort of whistleblower for the entertainment industry. He's not just calling out Diddy for his alleged actions. He's painting him as a symbol of everything that's wrong with the music business. And in doing so, he's managed to turn what could have been a petty rivalry into something much larger.
Documentary, I think a lot of people thought that he was just joking around. It turns out he's not. So this is actually a real project that's being made under his G-Unit movie. And
one of the most notable examples of this is 50 Cent's upcoming documentary about Diddy's controversies. Titled Diddy Do It, the project promises to explore the allegations against the music mogul in detail, with a focus on giving a voice to those who have been affected. In a statement about the documentary, 50 Cent and his team described it as a complex narrative spanning decades, not just the headlines or clips seen so far. The goal, they said, was to present authentic and nuanced perspectives on the situation, while also ensuring that Diddy's actions don't overshadow the broader contributions of hip-hop culture. The announcement of the documentary sent shockwaves through the industry, with many praising 50 Cent for taking on such a bold project. But others questioned his motives, wondering whether he was genuinely interested in seeking justice or simply using the controversy to further his own agenda. After all, 50 Cent is no stranger to using his platform for self-promotion, and some have speculated that the documentary is just another way for him to stay in the spotlight. Regardless of his intentions, there's no denying that the project has the potential to be explosive, especially given the mounting allegations against Diddy.
You know what I mean? Like, not when a relationship like that. Like, they've been with each other. Look, I was opening act for the Cash Money talk.
And here's where things get even more intriguing. Rumor has it that 50 Cent is already planning a similar documentary about Jay-Z. While details are scarce, the speculation alone has been enough to send fans into a frenzy. Could 50 Cent be setting his sights on exposing another industry giant? If so, what would that mean for his already tense relationship with Jay-Z? And perhaps more importantly, how might it impact the ongoing feud between the two? What makes this possibility so compelling is the timing. With Jay-Z already facing his own legal challenges, a documentary from 50 Cent could be a game changer. It would not only shine a spotlight on the allegations against Jay-Z, but also force him to confront some uncomfortable truths about his past. And for 50 Cent, it would be yet another opportunity to solidify his reputation as a disruptor in the industry.
As far as, is he going to turn people in? Is he going to cooperate? If the federal government wants him to cooperate and they're going to cut his time, because right now he's looking at 15 to life. With all the charges he had to, he won't get out till 70 years old. He about 70. That's when they start talking about letting him come to a halfway house.
Of course, not everyone is convinced that 50 Cent's motives are entirely noble. Critics have pointed out that his feud with Diddy and Jay-Z often seems more about personal vendettas than a genuine desire for accountability. They argue that by focusing so heavily on these two figures, 50 Cent risks overshadowing the larger issues at play. But for fans, that's precisely what makes him so compelling. Love him or hate him, 50 Cent knows how to keep people talking. And in the world of celebrity gossip, that's half the battle. So where does this leave us? On one hand, you have 50 Cent, a man who has built his career on controversy and isn't afraid to ruffle feathers. On the other, you have Diddy and Jay-Z, two of the most influential figures in music, now facing unprecedented scrutiny. It's a clash of titans, a battle for control of the narrative, and a reminder that even the biggest names aren't immune to scandal. As the dust settles, one thing is clear. This story is far from over. Whether it's through his music, his documentaries, or his relentless social media presence, 50 Cent shows no signs of backing down. And with new developments unfolding almost daily, fans are left wondering, what's next? Will 50 Cent's efforts to expose the darker side of the industry bring about real change, or will they simply add fuel to an already blazing fire? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, when it comes to 50 Cent, there's never a dull moment. So, what do you think? Is 50 Cent's crusade against Jay-Z and Diddy a genuine fight for justice, or is he just capitalizing on the drama to stay relevant? And if a documentary about Jay-Z is really in the works, could it finally reveal the truth behind the allegations, or will it just stir up more controversy? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more celebrity gossip and updates. Until next time, keep the conversation going.